Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Pacelli Basketball Coach Show right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And it's been a few weeks since we've talked to Coach. Since then, he has won the regular season and now the region tournament championship for his region. They are 21-6, and they are the number one team in the GIAA when they came out with their rankings as they started seeding y'all. Coach, there's a couple things we're going to talk about, including some of the guys that made first team all-region, player of the year, coach of the year. We'll get into that. But let's talk about how you finished the season. You beat Brookstone. You beat Heritage. Then you go into the region tournament. You take care of business that first night, which was a blowout, coach. And then heading into Friday, playing at Heritage. A place that in the last 2 years, is it 3 years in a row that you've lost at Heritage?
I don't know. I didn't keep up.
I know it's at least the last 2 years.
Jesus, really?
Just at Heritage.
Oh, wow.
But to go up there and dominate the way you did, and defensively, just shut down one of the best offensive teams there is in the GIAA. What did you learn about your team, Coach?
Yeah, learned that we can go on the road and battle and beat a really good basketball team. That's what we learned. They well coached. Max is a really good player.
Yeah.
A couple of the role players are really good, but we learned that we can go in there and play really well on the road when we needed to.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this, Coach, and I texted Richard right after the game, and I wanted him to say this on the broadcast, that was the best defensive performance I've seen from any team in this area, Coach. Because, again, looking at Heritage, and I'm talking about all the other teams and who they faced this year, I don't think they face anyone that can shoot the basketball like Heritage can, and you only held them to 40 points at their place. And a lot of credit is due to Jalen Bush, who followed Max everywhere he went.
Yeah.
Talk about his emergence now as one of your elite defenders on your team.
Yeah, and he's been that for a long time. When we played in the state championship last year against Stratford, he had their duties to guard Khalil Green, which he did a good job.
Yes, he did.
For the most part. And this year, we gave him the duties to guard Max, and he did unbelievable. That was the MVP. That night he defended. And the thing about it, when our team want to defend, we can lock you up, and when we locked in defensively, we're really good. And that's the only way we're going to win a state championship.
Yeah.
It's off defense now, because we're not making shots like that.
No.
So we got to defend. And I told them that going into the fourth quarter, said we're going to win the state. If we're going to win the championship, we got to defend, and they did a good job of it.
What does it mean for you, to win a region tournament championship and to cut down the net like you did? We got that at the end. I'm glad that Chris and them were able to broadcast that part. What does that mean to you to get another region championship? I know it's not the ultimate goal, but it is a part of the goal.
Yeah, it's a step, and it's always fun when you can go in somebody else's gym and cut their net. After you watch them cut the net in front of you, last year. So to be able to go back and how we lost the game this year up there, to come back this year, to be able to win the championship, cut the net, it's a great feeling, great feeling, and you need to see that, going into the state tournament. You need to have that confidence. You need to have we got a shot right here, y'all.
I know last year, after you beat Brookstone, you were riding high, but then you had to have a week off because you didn't do the region tournament.
Right.
Are you glad you did it this year? Do you feel like your team's a little bit better situation than they were last year?
Yeah, I think I do like the region tournament. Because we got a chance to win to play for the actual championship instead of just cutting it off at the regular season. And we would have won the regular season still because of points. But to say to go in there and to win the region championship at Heritage, I think that's going to help us in these next couple games in the state tournament.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised at the end of the year if we did all our rankings, including all classifications, Heritage not up there in the top 3, regardless. So being able to beat them, that's the team that could win the state championship in 3A. That's got to make you feel good, Coach. All right, let's talk about some of the first team, all region, which I think is a huge deal. TJ Smith and Jaden Ford, Coach. What do they mean to you, and how kind of season, especially for TJ's senior year, being a first team all region?
Yeah, that's what you want. When you get to your senior year, you want your senior players to step up and be productive. So that means he's been productive. Yeah. He was most underrated. But TJ, he rebounds. He's our team leading rebounder. He rebounds it well. Even when I'm getting on him about not making shots, he always remind me like, Coach, I'm still defending and rebounding. And at that point, I'm like, you know what, you're right. You're one of our better ones too. So keep rebounding, keep defending, but I still need you to make shots. But it means a lot to see him just grow year to year on that.
AZ Justy's second team. We'll talk about Jaden in a moment because he also got another word. But AZ Justy, second team. I mean, he can guard 1 through 5, Coach.
Yep.
He can guard anyone. You can switch him on anyone. Yep. But offensively, I think he's coming to his own, Coach. He made a huge leap from last year.
Whole nother level. Even the Heritage coach asked me, like, Coach, where's he going to sign basketball at? And I'm like, no, that's why y'all got lucky the last game at our place because he wasn't there. But he's improving. And he's somebody we got to have inside the score a little because, with threes, when you get in the playoffs, that rim get a little smaller.
Yeah.
So you got to have somebody you can throw it inside to and somebody go get a layup for you. So been impressed with him lately.
Yeah, me too, man. And the sky's the limit for this guy when he goes to the next level to play football. Oh, yeah. So congratulations to him.
And the best thing I love about AZ knows that these are his last games.
And he's giving his all.
And he knows that he want to play his last basketball game March the 2nd at Columbus State. He knows it. He knows it. It's hard to find kids because that's the world we live in. Everybody always got another game.
Right.
No, I lost my last senior game, but I'm playing college tournament. But when you get a kid that's talented like AZ that know this is going to be his last game, be careful because that kid is on a mission.
Yeah, and he's dangerous.
I'm happy on my team.
Yeah, exactly right. Jaden Ford, Player of the Year, Coach. The kid that was phenomenal last year, but he was, third, fourth option on the team. This year, obviously, he's been number one. What has he meant for you and seeing his growth, not only just on the court, with his skills, but his leadership too?
Yeah, one thing about Jaden, nobody ever talk about it. He's coachable. Mm-hmm. He's a coachable kid. Don't give you no talk back. Don't do it his way. He try to do it the team way. And he's a coachable kid, and you got to have that. When you get a coachable player like that that's trying to win, you got something good on your hands.
Coach, you got Coach of the Year. I know you don't care about all the accolades and stuff like that, but I think that's a really great honor, and it means a lot to see you grow from what was at the bottom of the ocean to see now that literally, Coach, you're the best program going in this area. And I'm not saying that lightly. I don't think that's any disagreement. I think everyone's saying the same thing. Heck, even your counterpart over in Phoenix City, Coach Justin Perdue, said the same thing. Pacelli, they're the top of the mountain right now. Yeah. But you also give credit to your staff for this award, don't you?
Yeah, that's the staff award. I'm here now, and like I said, I think they just got off the practice floor, Coach Mahone and Coach Ford, Coach Holyfield, and Coach Seidel. I can't do it by myself. Yeah. They get all the credit for it. It's a lot of times where I get out the way, and I let those coaches coach. I won't even say nothing, and that's why you got a staff. Right. I don't have all the answers, so credit them and their dedication, man.
All right, Coach, it's almost eerily similar to last year. You got to play the winner, Brookstone Bullock, who played tomorrow. So you could potentially be playing Brookstone now for a third time, just like you did last year. But what are some of the things you're working on now as you head into the playoffs? You don't know your opponent is till tomorrow, and I know you don't focus on opponent. You're just trying to get to, like you said, March 2nd, win a state.
Yeah, we the Brookstone Bullock game is, we'll know more about it. I expect Brookstone to win the game, just being honest. Yeah. And like I told the team in practice earlier, like, to beat a team 3 times in a row is hard to do. Mm-hmm. We got to be locked in mentally, like on a whole nother level to be able to do it, because it ain't going to be easy. Just telling you, to be able to beat them 15 out of the last 16 times, it's going to be tough to do that. So we got to be mentally locked in at a whole nother level to go in there and take care of business. So that's what I've been preaching. It's all mental. Everybody stay focused. We're not doing a whole lot of contact stuff. We're trying to stay healthy going into that game Saturday. So it's just about being mentally locked in, the focus level.
Well, you can take from football, Coach, because you saw football team been dominating Brookstone, and then that was their championship, beating Pacelli in the playoffs, and anything could happen. I know you're locked in on them. Say, hey guys, it just happened in football. Don't let it happen to us right now. We're the number one team, but everybody's gunning for us. Yep. All right, Coach, let's talk about a little bit with your other duties, athletic director. The wrestling team is going to nationals. Is that correct, Coach?
We're going to nationals this weekend. They qualified in Orlando this past weekend. They're taking 8 to 9 kids to Philadelphia this weekend. So excited for them to go up there and compete against the best in the country and to compete for a national championship. Hopefully we'll get a couple All-Americans out of the deal. And that's one thing about being a private school. You get to go do that national schedule stuff. So excited for Coach Anderson and Coach Nugent and the crew to go out there and compete.
All right, Coach, last question. Technically, you're number 1 seed, kind of like making the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
I feel like being a number 1 seed is still a big deal. In your mind, are you proud of that, your team going into the bracket, that you are the number 1 seed?
Oh, yeah, and I think the bracket worked in our favor.
Yeah.
And I think our tough scheduling
paid off
for us to still be number 1 and for some of the rankings to fall out the way they failed. So, yeah, I looked at our schedule. Everybody made the state tournament that we played on our schedule, except St. Mary's.
Yeah.
A whole lot of people can't say that.
No.
So we're prepared for anything coming our way in this state tournament. So, yeah, I'm happy we done got everything that we done got.
All right, guys, we're going to click off from Coach Black to go to Coach Bryant Thomas. We're going to play a quick little video from Glen Chalet. But before that, Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hopefully next time we're talking about heading to the Final Four and a state championship. So we'll have 2 more shows after that, the end of the season, and then right before, hopefully, the Final Four and state championship. But thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks so much.
Good luck.
Glenn Smith GMC and Opelika invite you to discover extraordinary deals like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 Pro, now up to $12,500 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $8,750 off, and the GMC Acadia with 3-row seating, discounted up to $6,000 off. Enjoy no payments till summertime at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 300 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. Get ready to smile. Here are 3 great Chevrolet offers from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Check out the powerful, full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado High Country, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV, the Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $8,000 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox, up to $7,500 off. No payments until summertime. Over 300 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. Get ready to smile. Glenn Smith GMC and Opelika invite you to discover extraordinary deals like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 Pro, now up to $12,500 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $8,750 off, and the GMC Acadia with 3-row seating, discounted up to $6,000 off. Enjoy no payments till summertime at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 300 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. Thrift Manager here now with Pacelli, Lady Vikings head basketball coach Bryant Thomas, who is also a region tournament champion winner, regular season champion, I think undefeated, right? Yep, undefeated in region, did not lose a game, Coach. You haven't lost since you lost to Newton, which was back in January the 2nd. You're already in double-digit wins in a row. You've beaten Heritage, who is, again, a team that probably can win it all in 3A just like their boys. You beat Greater Atlanta Christian. Westfield's a really good team. They're ranked in the top 5 going into the rankings. But let's talk about winning the region tournament championship. Regular season, that's a big deal, Coach.
Yes.
But cutting down the net, did you envision it would be this quick in your reclamation project of a team that hadn't won a lot of games in 5 or 6 years to, in year 2, be region tournament champions?
Looking at what we did last year and then the pieces that we had come in this year, thought we had a shot, especially after preseason, kids working, kids actually getting a gym on their own. That was a sign right there that we had a shot to be very good in our region.
Well, looking at the 20-4 record, It's got to be one of the most wins in a season up in Pacelli history. I mean, there's probably some other teams that got to 20 wins, but it's a big plateau. And now you go in as a number 2 seed, Coach. You know, last year you were what was it, 7 or 6?
It was number 5.
5.
It was number 5 last year.
Okay, and now to move up to number 2. Yes. Now, the number 1 team is the team that won the state championship last year in George Walton. But how do you feel about your team heading into last year? You felt like, hey, if we win a playoff game, I feel like that's a success. To this year, you think you can win it all, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, we think we can win it all. Today's practice was very good. Girls on the court on time, doing what they're supposed to. Locked in. So going forward, we know we just one day at a time practicing, getting prepared to see who we're going to play on Friday.
All right, how's Ivana Thomas been coming here, Coach? You know, I saw that Ransom didn't even dress out the other day, so you able to win a region championship with one of your X factors being out. I know that's big, but how's Ivana progressing, and do you feel like she's starting to play her best basketball heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, we kind of got some mixed emotions right now. Well, not mixed emotions. Well, she took a trip with athletic training. That's something she's looking forward to do after school, after she finished going to college. So she was gone for about a week, so she missed some time. So now we got to bring her back up to speed. So that's where we at. She didn't play against Brookstone. We didn't have Tamaya against Brookstone.
Yeah.
She played a few minutes in the first half against Heritage, and the last few minutes to close the game out, just because she hasn't been around for a few days. So that's where we at with her right now.
All right. Well, now let's talk about team guys and girls that have had excellent seasons. Michaela Hosley, player, co-player.
Like 5 assists, 4 rebounds, about 4 steals. So she's in the 8th grade and doing these numbers right now.
It's crazy.
That's a huge accomplishment for her.
Tamaya Ransom's second team. You talked about her all season, Coach. She's reminds me a little bit of AZ Justy, how he is for the boys.
We asked her to do defensively. She rebounds the ball. She get a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of deflections to help us. Tamaya means a lot to our group. You can tell it hurts us a little bit not having her the last few games. So Tamaya is the X factor to this program, this team.
And we need her available for the playoffs for sure on that. And some other honorable mentions: Anaya Crouch, Shakira Jackson, Kamora Jones, and Jayla Moore. Oh, even Ivana Thomas. So pretty much anyone that suited up this year got an honorable mention or got something.
Yeah.
But how about Coach of the Year for you, Coach? Well, I mean, Bryant, everyone knew about you. I saw that Dee Dee Gordon made a post. Thank you for training her son, which was Jonathan Gordon, and then allowing him to play with your AAU team. You've been known in this community for a long time on training a lot of great athletes. You and Corey have done so much for so many kids. But to now be recognized as one of the top coaches in our area, being Coach of the Year, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. That says a lot about our girls as well, and my wife and my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter kind of helped with the scouting report for Friday. But my wife, she does a lot of stuff, for the program.
She does.
So that helps me take some stuff out for me. So it's a team award. So without our coaches and people that help out, Coach Black, I was sick one game, he coached. So everybody that's involved from the boys and girls, this is a team program. Actually, it's a Pacelli program award.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you help out with the boys when you can too, Coach.
Yeah.
But just awesome job by the Pacelli Lady Vikings, 20-4 region tournament champions, and the number 2 team heading into the bracket. And looking to try to take down George Walton and some other great teams too. But George Walton, they're coming in as a favorite, Coach. So I know you're excited. We're actually, I know you're watching Loganville and Stratford. The game hadn't been decided yet, but the winner of that plays Coach Thomas. We'll be there on Friday, and it'll be at First Presbyterian Day, 6 o'clock. We'll be broadcasting, myself with Richard Holdridge, and Chris Gates will be there. And then on Saturday, we'll be at Tatnall Square as Coach Black's team's going to either take on Bullock or Brookstone winner tomorrow. By the way, we'll also be broadcasting that one, so make sure to tune in to see who's going to be playing Pacelli on Saturday. Coming up right after this in the next, I'd say, 10, 15 minutes, we got the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. From Coach Bryant Thomas, Coach Corey Black, this is the Pacelli Basketball Coaches Show on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.